I mean, what a story. And so here's the thing, is Dr. Lancer, his skincare system debuted here at QVC. Hi, Devin. Hi, Candace.
Hi.
With Candace and I and Devin. What was it, like October or November? Or am I somewhere in the range-ish?
September.
Okay, or that. And it sold out. And then it came back and back and back. We've sold out a total of 3 times. It sold out last week. Now we're back with quantities. It's a really simple, believe it or not, affordable system. 3 steps. It's called the Lancer method. And you just met him, so now here we are. Why don't you meet them?
Hi.
Candace, of course, Candace Cameron Bure, who is a huge devotee, and Devin Holmesy, who is really their head of global marketing. They come to introduce how this system works, which I will tell you, if you love the Lancer method, please call us. This is what you're getting. Right quick, I'll show you. So you're getting this, which is the polish. That's the exfoliating step. It smells amazing. This is on its own $75. So you can see why it has this kit kept selling out and selling out and selling out. It's basically free and free. And what free and free are the other 2 steps in the 3-step system. So there's a cleanse step. There's, of course, the polish step. And then there's the moisturizer or nourish step. All right, I don't want to get too ahead of ourselves here. Devin, I'm sure you have great science, but Candace's story, like, it's the gift that keeps on giving. So the story of how you found...
Well, I took a 10-year break from acting to be a stay-at-home mom with my kids. So I spent a lot of time in the park, outside, and swimming. I had no idea what damage I was doing to my skin because I wasn't taking care of it. And when I came back to television 10 years ago, I had one of the first television jobs I booked. In the middle of filming a scene, the director yelled cut and sent a makeup artist out. And she started in front of everyone trying to color correct my skin. I said, what's the problem? And she's like, oh, honey, your skin just doesn't look great under these lights, but I'll fix it up for you. She did, walked away. We started to film our scene again. And immediately the director yelled cut again, sent the makeup artist out. And she said, I'm so sorry, honey. I don't mean to embarrass you, but like your skin just isn't good underneath and the lighting is having a hard time. I was mortified. I was so embarrassed. I was in front of at least 30 or 40 people with people like pointing out the dark spots on my face, the fact that the makeup wasn't sitting well on my skin because of the dry patches that I had. And so I immediately left that day, talked to all my actress friends, and I said, who's the person? Who's the dermatologist? Because my job relies on my skin and I need it to look its best. Who is the dermatologist that's going to fix this? And all of them, hands down, said Dr. Lancer. And that was it. So I made my appointment with Dr. Lancer 10 years ago, and I've been using the method ever since. And he changed my skin from the inside out, but you see it all on the outside now.
It's so beautiful. And I love that it's called, Devin, the method.
Exactly.
Because it does sound... It sounds important, like this pioneering, patented, kind of like one-of-a-kind type thing. So take me through the method. What are the 3 steps? I also, if you wouldn't mind as we get into it, just in case you have any thoughts about, I'm good with what I'm using. Can you just look at this before and after? Because here's what the method does. This is crazy. It's crazy to me. So what am I seeing, Devin?
So you're seeing the forehead, and what you're seeing on the top screen are those dry, fine lines, crepiness, dullness, that real unevenness of texture. And then after 4 weeks of using the 3-step method, look how smooth, look how bright, look how visibly supple and soft the skin is. And that is after 4 weeks of using Polish, Cleanse,
and like
Nourish.
the lines and wrinkles, like that's kind of what blew my mind. You kind of see pictures like this associated with an anti-aging serum, not just like an exfoliate, cleanse, and moisturizer.
And especially when you're wearing makeup every day, that makeup seeps into those lines and deep lines.
Right. So Devin, then, I know we haven't really talked about the steps, but this to me is way more compelling in the sense that if this is not amazing, then I don't even care about the steps. And trust me, you're going to care because look at these numbers.
Exactly. After 1 use of using the 3-piece kit, 96% 96% of participants agreed their skin felt softer, 94% agreed their skin felt smoother, and then 92% after one use agreed their skin looked and felt healthy.
So I'm going to tell you, 10 years, my husband will not use skincare, okay? We were skiing last month and his skin was so dry it was flaking off. I said, baby, honey, please, will you just use the polish? Just use the polish. And he finally said, okay, and he did. And he walked out of the shower and he went, wow, my skin's glowing. And I'm like, I know, I've been telling you for 10 years.
You've created a monster. Okay, so then that begs the question, Devin, what are the 3 steps and how do we do this? And by the way, I assume this is all skin types?
This is for normal and combination skin. If you have sensitive skin or oily congested, we do have other 3-step methods for you. So this is really for normal and combination skin
Great call
types.
out. What's the first step?
So the first step is polish, and that's what I have here on the back of my hand. And what's so revolutionary about Dr. Lancer's 3-step method is that you polish first. And the reason that we're going to do this is because think of cleaning your floor. You need to sweep away all that debris, that dirt, before you can properly clean it. And that's what makes us so revolutionary and gives it the instant results that you see and feel, is that once you polish away with 2 forms of exfoliation, by the way, in this polish, it has chemical enzymes of pumpkin and pomegranate. We love enzymes because they're really good for that dry, dull surface. And then it also has physical exfoliants with quartz crystals and minerals that are even in shape and non-abrasive, so you can use this every day.
That was going to be my next question.
For everyday use.
It smells like lavender, so I'm not going to lie. Out of the 3 steps, this is my favorite one to do. And remember, the polish exfoliation step is gentle enough to be done every day. We have over 1,600 of these 3-piece kits spoken for now. It's just back in stock after selling out a 3rd time. Devin, what's the next step?
So then once we properly polish, and I know, Candace, you love to do it in the morning.
I do it in the shower because I go all the way down to the girls.
Yep.
Got to get everything.
Amen.
And that way nothing is messy.
That's
I
right.
like it in the shower.
And once we've properly polished our skin, and you can see how instantly soft, smooth, all that dry surface cells are just kind of polished away, then we go to the second step, which is the Silky Foaming Cleanser. And what is so beautiful about this is that it has, with just a pea-size amount, that's all you need, it's going to instantly foam up with this really beautiful silky texture, and it's full of rice amino acids as well as soothing agents to really balance out the skin. And look how much it foams up with just that pea-size amount.
And the funny thing about foam is that I think a lot of times foam can be synonymous with soap, which then is synonymous with stripping and tight dry after you cleanse.
Right.
But this is, your skin does feel like silk.
It
after
does.
you do this.
It feels like silk. It smells good. I love it in the morning because it kind of refreshes me. But at night when I do it, because I do the cleanse twice a day, it will take all your makeup off. And when I go back to use the towel, I don't have the residue of the leftover makeup. Like it removes everything, and your skin doesn't feel like it's dry and super tight in an unnatural way.
So let me guess. Step 3 is the Nourish.
Exactly. And this is what's going to seal in all of that, all the soothing and hydrating properties from the cleanse, because it has hyaluronic acid. We absolutely love hyaluronic acid, and it's because it holds over 1,000 times its weight in water, which makes it a really good sealant for all of that good moisture, just to soften and hydrate the skin as your final step.
Now, as a person that has more dry skin, I love the Nourish. This is my favorite step. I feel like I'm putting a little cloud on my face. It's like giving my face a moisture bath. I love it. And again, it smells so good. And it really nourishes and moisturizes my skin, but it never feels greasy, never feels oily.
Yep.
When I use this, I use it every day, morning and night, but whether I wear makeup or not, whether I'm wearing my everyday mom makeup or I'm wearing television makeup, this is the moisturizer that goes under both kinds of makeup. Everything. So there's never a greasiness or a residue that doesn't allow the makeup to absorb.
It is, Devin, the feel of it is, it's so lightweight, but that doesn't even begin to describe it. I guess I will draw your attention on the screen to the fact that this is obviously high-level skincare. It obviously is the very same method that Dr. Lancer puts all of his celebrity clients on, all of his celebrity patients on. So the fact that you're getting home, I think that if sold separately said $139, and instead you're getting this whole system, the polish, the cleanse, and the nourish for $68, and the polish is $75 on its own. So obviously some backwards math here. And don't forget, you have an easy pay, which drlancer.com does not have. So you have 30 days to try it out. We also have some comments scrolling on the screen from people who could not believe like how beloved this became in their skincare routine after probably trying a million other things. I'll, as you're reading those, put one out there, and I don't even know this firsthand. I've heard it through the grapevine. So we have a host here named Stacy Stauffer, and she is apparently so obsessed with this, and her skin, that she's now told the gals in the salon who are our stylists. So I mean, this incredible word of mouth, and of course, look at you guys. You're both glowing. Look at your skin.
It's the Lancer glow.
It is the Lancer glow. And how many years has he been practicing dermatology?
For over 30 years.
So there's a reason why it works. There's a reason everyone goes back to him. They see him, and now it's available for all of you. If you can't go to the office in Beverly Hills, you have all of it available to you.
Devin, can I have you take us through kind of what we're seeing for anyone just tuning in? Because the picture we're going to put up on the screen is just an example of the results that folks saw when they use this system, which you are not looking at a photo before and after of an anti-aging serum. This is just the result of someone exfoliating, cleansing, and using moisturizer. And I can't believe the 4 headlines that are suddenly somehow not there.
Isn't that amazing that after 4 weeks, what you see before is that crepiness, it's dry, the fine lines, are so pronounced. And I can only imagine also the way it felt too, but afterwards, after 4 weeks of using the polish, cleanse, and nourish only, you see that a beautiful, smooth, very visibly bright, it's even in tone and even in texture, and what a difference that makes.
And then of course, in a formal study, folks in this study used it, and just after one use, what did they see, Devin?
After one use, 96% of participants agreed that their skin felt softer, and then 94% agreed their skin felt smoother, and then 92% after one use agreed their skin looked and felt healthy.
So here now is the update, because it has sold out 3 times before. Dr. Lancer's method has only been here on QVC since September. We just got more back in stock after selling out last week, but we did only bring in 6,000. We now have fewer than 2,000 to go around. In fact, by now we were supposed to be done with the presentation, but we're extending it because the phones keep lighting up. I do also just have to call out, and it's a good point, Devin, it's for what skin types?
Normal to combination skin types.
And per Candace's advice. So let's say I'm using this twice a day, right? So not just a morning, but at night as well. Does that also mean that I'm polishing at night in addition to morning, or is the polish just once a day?
The polish is once a day.
Got it.
And the other 2 steps are twice a day.
Super. And then, obviously, I think it's the perfect time to get something like this in your routine, because I know LA is beautiful. Here on the East Coast, we just had snow, and it's just a drying time of year, and I do feel like we're trying to shed the winter skin, and what an incredible way to do it. It's like, funny analogy, when they tell you with your smoke alarms, change them, like when daylight savings time, that twice a year thing where you change the clock so you remember. I feel like at the beginning or end, whatever you want to say about it, when seasons flip, it's a great time to try a new skincare. So putting that out there. Dr.
Agreed.
Sean.
Although once you try this, you're not going to try another skincare.
True. That's right. So when the next season comes,
this is it for me for the last 10 years, because it's worked. There's nothing else for me.
I'm fairly certain that if you're in his Rodeo office, that you're not walking out of there $68 out of pocket. I just trust that.
No, I feel like I have given many of my paychecks to Dr. Lancer over the years, but happily, because if my skin weren't as beautiful as it is, if he didn't help me, I probably wouldn't have the jobs that I have.
Yeah.
So this is the most incredible value. I've paid full price for 10 years on these products, so I am so happy to be here to offer you this value for $68. It's really incredible.
And I love, when you tell your story, which if you wouldn't mind, I'll have you tell it again, only because, and I say this with great respect, obviously, celebrities, if you will, people with recognizable famous faces that we love and that we know, so we naturally trust in a lot of cases. Sometimes they represent products, but not because like they love them or use them, but because technically like they're paid a nice sum to say, hey, this is great. But this is a very different. You have a relationship with this line. Dr. Lancer is your doctor, and you are a devotee a decade on.
Yes.
And only now just showing up